Hello. I'm just gonna start, okay. I had a request to show off how I display my merch, so I wanted to do a quick tour of my situation here. I've got things on the wall, I've got my record player that I got for Christmas, so all these pieces are coming together after I moved a few months ago, so I've got some things I can show off now, and I wanted to give you a little bit of a tour. I have posted videos of Adele in the past, but I also am a fan of the Jonas Brothers and have been a fan of Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus since 2006 when it premiered. So you'll see some other things. I'm not just a fan of Adele, got some other things going on, and I will show you a tour of how I display things. I also put together a DIY live 2016 frame, so I'll show how I did that as well. I got 2 frames today at Michael's, just some cheap studio decor ones, and I'm going to do some DIY display because I want to show off my ticket and some artwork. Down a towel so that I could see what I was doing better, and so that hopefully there's less friction or slipping on the countertop. Okay, the glass is all clean. I'm gonna start placing and arranging. The pressure of the glass kind of keeps things in place where you want them, but then I also have a little scrapbook sticky stuff and blue tape, so I can just kind of keep things where I want them when I'm putting it back together, because there's kind of some fidgeting. This Adele one that I have is a lot nicer than this one, but look how the Jonas Brothers turned out. So I've learned a couple things, one of them being that I don't think Nicolas Cage would want me on his team to steal the Declaration of Independence, because I got my fingerprints all over everything. This glass is so hard to keep clean, but she's looking pretty good. There's 10 pieces of confetti. So I've kind of placed them around, starting with hello and then ending on like, it matters how this ends and thanks for coming, all my love. So like the beginning versus the end. Okay, all done. She's looking pretty good. There were some setbacks. I had to start over a couple times, but not perfect. I didn't measure or anything, and then the confetti is just loose like it would be at a show. Decided to put 2 pieces down below. I don't know if I like that, would have preferred, whatever. This is what it looks like. Okay, so first this is the wall, and then the IKEA Kallax shelf, and then I've had this Hannah Montana rug for the longest time. So all the things on the wall basically are from concerts, because I love to display my tickets. So if there was artwork or poster that went with it, I put my ticket in there. That's the 2009 World Tour, Jonas Brothers. I went to 2 concerts in 2019, and this is a picture, since I didn't have posters for the Remember This tour. That's a picture I took from my front row seats that I won. Signed Jonas Brothers poster from when my parents and my sister met them in 2007. That's a story for another time. Recently put this together. I'll insert some clips of that. This is my ticket, and then confetti from the Adele concert, and then the numbered Happiness Begins tour poster, and then frames for my signed Jonas Brothers and Nick Jonas CD. All right, so this is where we're kind of still working on some things. I have this to hold like record cleaner, the lights. I love this, this is so cool. And then it can sync with music. It'll change colors. Sometimes I'll match it up to whichever album is playing, but if you make noise, you can hear me stopping, it changes colors. So I just keep that in here with the TV remote. Not sure where to put that. It kind of just hangs out like that. The lights are pretty easy and flexible to install. They're sticky on one side, and then the lights are on the other side. And then you just fold them over in the corner. It's having a difficult time focusing, but you just fold them over in the corner and then keep them going. So it's all one big strip that goes along all of the cubes. There's kind of some things that are out of place and not where I want them to be in their forever home. I've got these DVDs over here that I don't even have a DVD player, so they're just chilling next to the CDs. Don't know what to do with Adele because she doesn't fit in the Adele 30 cube. We'll get there. So this I got on Amazon. It's just a CD case. So I've got Hannah and Miley and Jonas and Adele. I've got these ones I haven't figured out what to do with yet because they're signed and I want to display them. But when I have a record playing, I put the coordinating CD there. So this thing right here is really cool. My brother-in-law printed out these 3D printed album stands. This one's supposed to have command strips, the Velcro ones on the back, and then it'll secure the wall and hold your album. But it was so small, I didn't feel too secure with it. So this is the one I ended up putting on the wall because I could screw them in. So I just put my album there when I'm listening to it. And I love this, I just have to show it off. So speakers, more CDs. I've got my 7-inch, like the 45 vinyls over here. Someone asked to see the Skyfall vinyl, so I thought I would show it. This is what the inside looks like. Skyfall, like the theme, and then her on the back. And it's just a black pressing. So I have some tickets displayed in frames if they have like tour posters or something. But everything else I have in here. These are my Jonas Brothers tickets, like the excess ones. Another souvenir from when my family met the Jonas Brothers. These are my Miley tickets. I just keep them together. And then the everything else tickets, because I don't have a good way of displaying them yet. I just keep them in the tin. This was my Adele ticket that I brought to the show to show to the box office. And then some random other printed ones. And like bracelets from special events. Guitar pick in here from Pink. And then these little things that they hand out at the Honda Civic tour. I would love to have like a glass top here that I could put tickets or confetti underneath so that they're safe and secure but on display still. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with these, so I keep them in this tin. So the idea here was to put music on the bottom, and then I also collect magazines for each artist, and then like merchandise on the top. So my cousin helped me put these displays together, and we kind of went from the back forward, so bigger like pictures and books in the back, and then moved forward with layers. This is the 30 themed box. It's got the bag from the merch store in the back, so it kind of has the right color and kind of sets the theme for that box. This one's Miley, got some books and tour programs and some layering, her book, 3D glasses, and then a tour like promotional thing. Jonas Brothers, same thing, some shot glasses, and Nick Jonas's tequila bottle. I have a few of those, but they fit perfectly to kind of fill the gaps that we needed. This one, I took something out recently. Oh, I took the picture out, so that was what was back there. So this one kind of doesn't look complete anymore, but this is the 25 era cube, and then it's on top of Adele. So I've got all the Adele magazines. One of her best friends, Jedediah Jenkins, writes books, so I have his books and just kind of put them in there for a placeholder. Her albums. Then the Jonas Brothers. More of Nick Jonas's tequila as a placeholder since there was a space here. Their albums, their magazines. Been a fan of Miley the longest, so I have a ton of her magazines, albums, the last song. And then this cube is kind of just everything else. So all the other music, and then the inner and outer sleeves for the records. Put at the end. So it's still a work in progress. One thing I wanted to share are these back spacers that my brother-in-law printed out as well. So you can see that these records are all kind of flush with the edge of the cube. So those back spacers keep them from sliding out the back. They keep them in place because the cubes are a little bit bigger than the dimensions of the record. So love that. and I have to show off the queen here as well on the other side. So there's lots of ways to display merch, obviously. If you have any ideas that you'd like to share, let us know. It's always changing, new merch coming out, new displays, and I'm excited to have this set up for now and see how it changes.